Hey everyone, Ratty Reacts here, and today we're back with The Warning, and we're checking out their cover of Enter Sandman, which is originally a song by Metallica. I'm sure if you've clicked on this video, you probably are familiar with that song. I'm pretty sure most people are regardless, but I'm really excited to get into this, and I was requested this particular performance from the Pepsi Center quite a few times. Let's see if it lives up to expectations. I love the strings already. Alright, I'm gonna pause it really quick. The violin intro was crazy. Like, immediately I was really enjoying that. It has just that really nice, eerie sound to it, especially when live. And also, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, because I'm pretty sure this is the intro to their concert based on what I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if that's the intro, that might be the first time I've ever heard of a band actually opening with a song that's not their own. Like, I don't know, because I've been to quite a few concerts, and I'm not sure if I've ever seen a band open a song that they don't do themselves. So immediately I think that's also kind of interesting because, like I said, I've never seen it before. But so far so good. Solid cover. We'll see how it compares to the original Sandman by the end of it. I'm curious if I'm going to end up liking this version more or not, because honestly it's kind of up in the air because I'm not like the biggest Metallica fan. I think some of their stuff is cool, like Enter Sandman is a good song, but I'll see how I feel about them kind of comparatively the more that I really get into it. But so far, so good. Well, let's get back to it.
Something's wrong, shut the lights, heavy thoughts tonight, and they honest know why. Chase the walls, chase the lies, chase the dragon's fire, and the things I will buy. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Take my hand.
Yeah. That was definitely a really good performance. For sure, I can say that certainly. But I got all confused towards the end because there's somebody doing backing vocals, and I couldn't tell if it was one of them at first or if it is either maybe they have some backing vocalist somewhere on stage that I just haven't seen yet. They're doing the whoa whoas. But then for a second I was like, wait, is it Pow doing it? Because I saw her mouthing it for a second. But then I saw Danny doing it a little bit later. But there's never, I didn't see any of them doing it for the full consistency of it. So I think there's somebody else there on stage that's doing some of the backing vocals, or it's in a backing track somewhere. But I'm honestly not sure if there is a backing track with this. Let me go back a little bit, see if I see who's singing it. That right there. See? It could be just how it's filmed too, so it could be Pow doing it the whole time. But the way that they're filming that section, it's not actually lined up with the live performance in the video. I don't know. Somebody might know this better than I do. There's a lot of you out there. You guys might be more familiar with who's doing it, or if there's some backing vocalist somewhere. Either way, though, I thought it was a nice touch that added a lot to it. Again, like, I've heard Enter Sandman before, but I'm not like the most familiar with that song. And now that I think about it, I don't know if I've heard that song in its entirety before. This could be technically the first time that I've heard it all the way through. So I don't know if some of this stuff is unique to this performance. Well, I know some of it is for sure. Like, even the main riff is slightly different than what it is. It's like there's less distortion or something on the bass used from The Warning versus Metallica. Okay, really quick, hopping in here to say I just re-listened to Enter Sandman, the original, just to make some comparisons, and holy cow, I think that The Warning's version is actually significantly better. The only thing that I liked more about the original is actually the guitar solo in the middle. That is, I think, the only thing that I enjoyed more about the original. So big props to The Warning, because to me it's like the violins and everything else just that they added into it, it really did pay off and made their version a lot better, to keep it 100% honest. But again, I'm not like the biggest Metallica fan, so take that as you will. But anyways, though, I'll send it back to the video. But either way, really good performance. The violins are one of my favorite parts for sure. I'm a huge violin fan. They're such a good sounding instrument. I've talked about this before in some of my other videos, but I think they're like an instrument that I find hard to ever be bad. Like, unless somebody's really just playing it terribly, most performances, the violin is going to sound good. And that's just how it is. It's similar to how I feel about the piano and even guitar in a lot of cases, although guitar can be a lot more variable since there's so many both variants of guitars and there's so many different play styles. Well, I'm not as familiar with violin play styles, but I feel like it's a more concise with how it's being played. I feel like there's a general sound that most violin players are going to be playing. While guitar, it's a lot different. It can be different with every single person. But yeah, I absolutely love the violins. I think they did a good job too. Although I will say, I think I still prefer the Dust to Dust / Dull Knives performance a little more than this one. And that could be just because it's their original song. I'm not really sure. Because like, while they did a good job playing this, and it honestly, from what I've heard from the original, it might be better. But I've also never heard the original played live, so it's kind of hard to make that comparison. So that might be something I have to check out later down the line to see how Metallica plays their version live. But as far as I can tell, this seems to be a really good, solid live performance of this song. I think that they incorporated it really, really well, especially with the completely dark stage with just the violins coming in at first. I think that adds to that general eerie, creepy vibe that the song creates. And then they just really go into it with the heavier rock once they actually get past the intro with the violins. But then I just really appreciate, I'm sorry that I'm going on and on about the violins, but I appreciate that it's not just the intro, but they continually incorporate them throughout the rock song. It reminds me a little bit of how Meatloaf does his stuff. They're very like theatrical, and I think that they do a good job by incorporating that with the rock music. And it makes it more of an experience, and it makes it a lot more fun and interesting to listen to. So props to them on that. I think it sounded fantastic. And then, of course, as always, so far, definitely no complaints from me regarding vocals or any of them playing. They all do a wonderful job. But yeah, vocals good. Everything is good. Solid performance. So I'm going back through a little bit to see because I feel like there's something else that I'm missing. So let me go back and forth a little bit for a second. So, but either way, yeah, good performance, a good take on the song. I feel like they really made it into their own thing, which is the best thing that you can do when it comes to a cover song. Because nobody, I say that, I mean, there are people that will like to hear covers by their favorite bands over songs, even if they're like super similar to the original. But I would say a majority of people want it to be a cover that is made into that band's own song. Like they really grasp it and switch it around, mix it up a little bit, turn it into something else. I think that's the best way to go about doing a cover song, so they did fantastic when it comes to that. That's not something that happens often when doing covers. I feel like a lot of people really don't change it up enough to match it to their own personalities, match it to their own music. But again, they did a good job with that. So congrats, congrats to them for doing that well. Because again, I think that's something that's kind of hard to do and that many bands don't do right. So good on them. But anyways, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. And thanks again, guys, for blowing up the last couple warning videos. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I thank you guys. And I just hope you keep on enjoying these reactions. I'll keep on putting them out. And if you want to catch me live, I'll be live tomorrow, which is Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, where I'll be doing live music reactions. Throw me some more warning up there. That'll be more videos I put out. But yeah, thanks again. And anyways, I will see you later. Bye-bye.